Thank you. Eon, England ball very well in the first power play was, but the middle towards things were not going your way. What do you think that what was the turning point of the game?
Here, I think it was a very closely fought game right throughout. I thought Jimmy Neesham was probably the only guy that came out and showed an ability to strike the ball cleanly from ball one. I think when you look at particularly our innings, our six hitting ability within our squad is quite strong, and the indication that the guys didn't feel like that they could clear the ropes due to the nature of the pitch was a good indication that it wasn't coming onto the bat that well. I think that continued throughout the Black Caps innings until he came to the crease.
We're going to take a room from inside the room. Go ahead, take a question here.
Tough luck, Morgan. This is Jamil Hassan from Mashrik TV. Do you miss fifth bowler, especially Sam Billings or a bowler? Do you think this is a good thought that you brought Sam Billings or a fifth bowler?
Yeah, I think it's our best balance of a team. I think given how we've played throughout the tournament and the method that we've used, at the moment we have 24 overs of bowling on the field. It's worked extremely well throughout the course of the tournament. So we felt an extra bowler without sort of clarity we'd need it with our batting.
Okay, we'll go to Dean Wilson in the room, please.
Can you just talk us through your emotions really after such a epic semi-final? You have these games against New Zealand, but your emotions now.
Yeah, here we're devastated. To be on the wrong side of a close game is not easy to take. I thought we fought unbelievably well today on a wicket that didn't necessarily suit our batting, but we managed to post in and around a par score, and we were brilliant with the ball. We were right in the game probably until Jimmy Neesham came to the wicket, if not ahead of the game. I think throughout both innings everybody struggled to clear the ropes on both sides, and I think that was just the nature of the pitch. So yeah, you have to take your hat off to him. He played really well.
Did you feel at the halfway stage that actually, you say it was a par score, did you think you'd done a little bit better? Were you feeling quite confident at that stage?
I wouldn't say confident. Sort of the method that New Zealand have used is obviously come hard in the power play, steady the ship throughout the middle, and then come hard again at the end. So when you take two big wickets as early as we did, you feel ahead of the game, and they're trying to, I suppose, steady the ship. And I think we managed to keep them at bay for quite some time. So they did well again to wrestle back momentum and then just obviously put them in a commanding position.
Will Macpherson, go ahead.
Owen, how do you reflect on the way you manage your bowlers when you use them? You obviously front-loaded quite a bit, left Liam quite a lot to do, and he did well, and then it still didn't work out.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. We threw everything at them, and Liam was brilliant. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything. Everything worked right up until the point that Neesham came in, and it's a fantastic cameo in I suppose high pressure circumstances when his team need it.
And when you look at that 17th over, I think it was from Chris Jordan, do you just see that as unbelievable batting and rather than any bowler error necessarily?
Yeah, here I think bowling into the short side is never easy. We've played against Jimmy a lot. He's not struck the ball like that against us ever, so it's really good batting.
And given kind of the history between these two teams, there's some great white ball games over the years. Are you can you afford to think, yeah, fair play, guys? You've been on the end of a couple of tough ones, and now we are.
I think it's always the competitive nature in which we play against the Black Caps is always healthy. There's a huge amount of respect between both sides, because we know every time we play them, we're going to be up against it. They don't give you a lot of leeway. They're very disciplined, and if you do win against them, you've played really well.
Matt Roller.
Hi Owen, just on the dew, when did it set in, and how big an impact did it have at the back end?
Yeah, here I don't think it was a huge impact, maybe a little bit, but the Black Caps have still outplayed us. Yeah, it's like we know the dew is around. We were still right in the game. I don't think it was a major factor. Maybe an advantage slightly, but not a major factor.
And just could you talk a little, maybe expand a little bit more on what you were saying about this not being a pitch that suited your batting lineup?
Yeah, of course. Here we like pitches where you can free yourselves up and get after the opposition. Today we didn't feel as if we could do that. Both the pitch being a little bit slower, but also full credit to the Black Caps. They were very disciplined. They in the lines and lengths that they bowled, their use of slower balls, and their spinners bowl well. So, yeah.
Go ahead on the left here.
Hi Morgan, not sure if you played with Daryl Mitchell at Middlesex, but what did you make of his knock today?
Yeah, he played really well. I haven't played with him. I was there in the crossovers in the changing room when he arrived. He's a lovely guy who has developed a little later than most international cricketers, I'd say. So he's played a hell of a hand today. He's played really well against the number one side in the world and taken his side right to the final. So, yeah, well played.
Any more questions in the room, and then we'll take two more on Zoom. No? Okay. We'll go to Vishesh ANI, please.
Hi, Eoin. I just wanted to ask how impressed have you been with Liam Livingstone's bowling, because it was his batting that was being talked before the tournament started, and is it fair to say that his bowling has really come through the ranks in this tournament?
Liam takes a new ball for Lancashire. He plays makes a huge impact with them. Obviously, with 100 playing for the Birmingham Phoenix, he does a very similar role. People call him a part-timer. He's not. He's an all-rounder. We trust his bowling a lot.
Can we go to Jeremy Langdon, Sky Sports News, please, and then we'll finish off with one more after that. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Yeah, hi Eoin. Just at the end of the day, how much do you think the Roy and Mills injuries cost England in this World Cup?
I don't think you can put a measure on missing a player. I think the 11 guys that took the field today gave absolutely everything. I'm extremely proud of the performance that they put in. And when you play really well, it doesn't always guarantee that you win games. Unfortunately, we found ourselves on the wrong side of a really tight game today.
And last question from Srinjoy at Sportskeeda. Go ahead.
Hi, Eoin. You mentioned about the pitch being slow, and when it's the case, I mean, it's ideal to maximize the power play, but here England had a comparatively slow start with 13 runs coming in the first 3 overs. So was there a conscious plan to negate the swing early on and then unleash, or was it completely circumstantial and the Kiwi bowlers won the money straight away?
Yeah, completely circumstantial. Obviously, naturally, we play quite an aggressive game. They managed to swing the ball for the first 3 overs like we did. Conditions were the same. We pretty much batted on the same wicket. So, full credit to them for pegging us back for the first 3.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Cheers, guys.